Hello, hello, hello. I'm Christy Abel, certified sexual health educator, high school counselor, former teacher, and proud mama. Today, I am going to chat with you about teen angst, which is this emotional roller coaster controlled by your pituitary gland. All right, so very basics about biology. Okay, as you start the journey between becoming a child into an adult, your pituitary gland starts to release a lot of chemicals and hormones to facilitate that change. But along with it come a lot of big reactions that tends to turn emotionally some little things into really, really big things. So when you're during puberty, you might feel confused or have really strong emotions that you've never really experienced before. You might feel overly sensitive or become really easily upset. You might lose your temper more with your family and even your friends. You might kind of feel anxious about how your changing body looks. You might be questioning your gender identity or sexual orientation. And this could add a layer of complexity, but it really depends on your situation, okay? Sometimes it can be real difficult to deal with these emotions, especially because it often seems like they come out of nowhere. What's really important to understand is that usually other people are not trying to hurt your feelings on purpose, okay? Even your parents, they're not trying to do it on purpose. So when we start to think about it with that, it's like, okay, just keep that in the back of your mind for the next time that this happens. It can be really, really helpful to talk with your friends, but particularly also with adults that you trust. Okay, so it helps you share the burden of what you're feeling. Okay, it can be a parent, an older sibling, a cousin, a counselor, a child and youth care worker, a spiritual leader. It doesn't matter. Okay, a trusted adult. We've all been through it before, even though it might seem like it's a really, for me, it's been like, I'm 47 right now. So, it's been a long time. However, my parents did call my grade 8 year the year I lost my brain, and I still hear about it. So, teen angst, very, very real. Now, here are some tips on how you can help yourself. Number 1, get enough sleep. You are supposed to sleep for 8 to 10 hours a night, okay? Now, a lot of teenagers will get a lot of chunk of time, but they sleep in the day, okay? We want to try to go to sleep at night. Also, you should keep your tech out of your room. And I might have just lost like 90% of you. But in terms of your mental health and your sleep and just dealing with all of this, it's important that you aren't distracted by the blue light, by your friend dinging you up at 2:00 in the morning. Oh, I know what happens. I'm a high school counselor, okay? So it's important that you, and if you do keep your tech in your room, to have your silence notifications on, okay? And even like maybe even your took me like a year to figure out that there's like a little button on the side of my phone that causes it to stop ringing, okay? You want uninterrupted sleep, okay? Very, very important. Next thing you want to do is check in with your body. Hey, are you hangry? Are you tired? Are you too cold? Are you too hot? Like, are you uncomfortable in some kind of way? So doing this makes you go, okay, because it isn't always going to be your pituitary gland. There's going to be other reasons, right? Why you might be upset or irrationally, emotional or whatever. And you'll know it when it's real, right? You'll know it. Next thing up is to recognize that you're not alone. Every human on the planet who is an adult has already gone through this. There is no like cookie cutter way to go through puberty. Everybody's got their own body clock. So what's going on with your friend or your sibling or whatever, it's not you, okay? So this is your journey. It is your body clock. But there's a lot of common things that can happen. So talking with your friends in particular in this way, sharing with them how you're feeling and whatnot, you know what? You're going to hear the words, me too. And me too is actually one of the best things that you can do when you're trying to help somebody through a difficult time. It helps them realize that they're not alone. Another one, catch your breath. Okay. So sometimes, again, sudden whoosh, right? Of like, whatever, whether it's tears, whether it's anger, whether it's even happiness, right? Like, it's just that it's unpredictable. Okay, so you can slowly count to 10. Do something that distracts you for a few minutes, right? So honestly, like cat memes, funny memes, watching something that will kind of cheer you up is really, really important, especially if you're feeling angry, irritable, or really sad. Also, hopefully in school, in elementary school, you learn things like box breathing and rainbow breathing and bunny breathing and all these things, right? I got a kid in grade 2, so I'm familiar. Okay, so you want to, don't forget about those. Use it to, what happens with deep breathing is it like slows down your nervous system. And so it's very, very helpful when things kind of just go sideways. Another thing you can do is channel these feelings into some sort of art for yourself, whether that's writing a song or a poem or painting or sculpting or something. Some of the most popular and incredible works of art, especially in music, are written when people aren't feeling good. So channel your feelings into something like that journal or whatever. Just get it out of your head and into something else, and it will really help transfer some of those emotions. And also you'll have this record of something that you went through already, so you can come back and look at it later. All right. Cry. Another one, cry. Okay. It does not matter what gender you are. Everybody cries sometimes, and it can be really cathartic. When I was doing my master's degree in counseling, I had this, we'll call him Dr. David. Okay. Dr. David was he was like the head honcho. And he said to me, he said to our class, he goes, crying is just like a bunch of pent up energy in the body that needs to be released. Like a fart. And I was like, yep. Pretty much. We all fart, so why can't we cry? Okay, then another one is exercise. Okay, exercise, eat well, get enough sleep, but it's there because it's true. Okay, so exercise releases things called beta endorphins that will help you. So get outside. If you can't get outside, do something in your house, ride a bike, go to the gym, play soccer, just do something physical with your body. It actually helps to move things around in your body. Another thing you can do is wait. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta wait it out. If you feel like you're in a bad mood for no reason, it's waiting, right? Just wait. Distract yourself with, again, some funny things from the internet, with a book that you like, with music that you like, all those kind of stuff. All right. And last but not least, talk to people that you trust. Friends are great. Family, hopefully great. Okay. People that your peers, right? That kind of stuff. You can also, like I said, talk to counselors, spiritual workers, like child and youth care workers, right? They'll help you realize you're not alone. Okay. But when you talk to your caregivers about how you're feeling, it really makes them happy for the most part. Okay. Because, oh my gosh, my teenager who hasn't talked to me in a couple of days is now sharing something meaningful, right? They've gone through it too. And it might seem like it's really far away, but it's not. All right. So they'll appreciate it so much more if you try to explain how you're feeling rather than, or what's going on for you, right? Like if it's something at school or something with friends or something like a romantic disappointment or something like that, it will help them feel closer with you and they'll be more understanding, right? They've also had bad moods before. I am so sure you have seen your caregiver in a bad mood. Okay. Even if it's just one time. All right. Now, after the storm has passed, it's really important that you apologize. Okay. And it can be as simple as, I'm sorry for this. I am sorry for slamming the door. I'm sorry for, the way I reacted that. Okay. So anyways, if you are interested in learning more, I have a, puberty and mental health literacy that we cover a little bit of teen angst, but then I have a whole thing on mental health, the difference between mental health, mental distress, mental problems, and mental illness. All right. So you can find me over at Rethink Sex Ed on YouTube for that deeper dive into mental health as a teenager. Okay. Bye.